fucking cut out all that. The players met with Lord Longfingers and a Ettercap and found a entrance onto the next floor. They also met a group of Jinkin and obtained a Ghost Touch short sword. And now we will begin.
Gremlin extraordinaire.
And then they spoke with Nithis and Remnant in Cerule about some other important here. And now we are all caught up for all intents and purposes.
Very well. All right. Sounds good. Let us resume.
Anyway, a clean space is a clean mind, Nithis. I shall bring cleaning supplies next time we are down.
You could also just scrape the stuff there.
Now that sort of mess needs more powerful things for.
That's spreading, not cleaning, Ripley.
Okay, first of all, we're talking to Nithis, K.
Oh, sorry.
It
I am
also literally
dying.
says you guys can spend 10 minutes to just scrape shit off.
Like off of ourselves? No, it's probably hurting us.
No, you scrape it off of the fucking walls.
I do not want to do that.
I'm just saying it's an option.
Fair enough. Right, Nithis. I suppose we could leave the way we came.
Yes, I see no reason as to stop you all. As long as you all are not aggressive to any of the Caligni, I doubt that they will try to assault any of you.
Very well. Let us be on our way then.
So
I wish
are
not
those,
to linger here with my comrades any longer.
so are those masks for the molds rather than cleaning?
Why is she on this cleaning shit? Why?
I just feel like it would be easier to clean.
We are used to living within the stonework. We have no need to clean the remnants room either. As whatever has affected you all does not affect us.
Well, I feel he would appreciate a clean space, perchance.
He is happy with his circumstance. He primarily wishes for the stain to be removed.
Mm.
Well, they want the stain gone, but won't clean up their stains. I'm just gonna snidely remark to Aloise. Well, I don't know any other way to leave this fucking room, so
I mean, you guys could explore.
we could. Excuse me, friends. Excuse me. What you got over here?
There is a second door to a little teleporty area.
Oh, it is. We can barely see that.
Yeah.
Oh, yay! I walk in.
Gotta fucking wait for everyone to teleport to the new map so I know all are. Yeah. This is an additional option on the next floor down.
Ah. We found the pit again.
It would appear so. I do not deign to try to cross that chasm with regular means. It would perhaps be best we go back around to use the more mundane route.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Hmm?
Oh,
What?
I almost dropped my phone.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna-
so interested.
Okay, hang on.
Kay's
Where are we
ideas are
trying to go?
shit.
Over here? Excuse me, Faunra. 1,
Yeah,
2,
you're-
3. All right. Helpful steps.
All right.
Can I put a ladder down and like put it across this chasm? It can be up to 40 feet long.
Yeah. Similar to people in Minecraft, you basically build a ladder bridge of sorts, getting you from here to about here, if wanted.
Do we want to go across?
Oh, we might as well.
Sure.
And you'll be able to cast a spell again.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
I suppose then we're presented with several options. We can ascend back up to the previous floor and utilize a different route back down to the second stratus, or we can probe around these caverns. But I would like to see where those other pathways lead. What is everyone else's vote?
I'd like at least a quick peek upstairs to see what our normal escape routes would look like.
Indeed.
Without even going up, you know that this ladder goes up to the ladder right behind the entrance to the goblin lair that you all invaded.
Yeah.
All right, I don't like your use of the word invaded. We
Is it
invited ourselves
incorrect?
in.
Did you?
My vote is to proceed up there and use one of the other routes that we located to get down to the second stratus from there to go down
Oh.
rather than
Like the spider cave.
indeed the tunnel, the spider tunnel to the east, and I believe was there another one? Oh no, there was just the ladder down, I believe. There was the Ettercap passage down the spider tunnel to the east.
Yes, there was
And
that. Spider to the east. Yep.
yeah.
I like Mum's idea. I'm sorry. Faunra likes Cert's idea.
Yeah, all right. If no one else has any qualms about this course of action, we can proceed down into the second stratus for more familiar territory.
Very well. I agree with this. I guess we just go. Hello?
Whoa. Two
User Faye
certs.
lacks permission to. I can't teleport myself.
Yes.
I found 2 certs.
Yes, because I was trying to just teleport everyone to the entrance, and everyone was going through the door at the exact same time.
My apologies. I'm going to take my hands away from my computer
Gonna
and simply
smack all of your
allow-
little fucking hands. Y'all have been bad. Go jail. Stop. If I see player would like to teleport one more time, I'm gonna just smack you all. Okay. Yep. Okay. But to just redo everyone's token. Bip, 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 bip. There we go.
Yay! Oh, I assume this is where this would have taken us.
Yes, I literally dragged you all to this specific thing. Bones, why are you still
You're so
there?
Because I am loading at 99% at present.
Good
There we
deal.
go.
All right. As you all get into the main chamber to the south, several piles of rubble lie strewn across the northern half of the cavern. Pillars of rock support the cave here, and to the primarily to the south. Mold and patches of fungus grow in large swaths of the floor and walls. You all would like to go for it.
Yeah. This feels familiar.
You look up. Take a guess what's on the ceiling again.
Spider.
Friends.
Many
Spoilers.
spooders.
I love
Ugh.
spooders.
Hunter just growing. Oh, I forgot about them.
You also see a bedroll fit for a large creature to your west. And yeah,
Who was sleeping here? How very peculiar.
Perhaps someone who is unafraid of the arachnids above or ignorant of their presence.
And
I
the
do not
pillars.
pity.
These pillars are
Neither
also
way.
tiny.
oh, I'm sorry, there's two beds. The one that seems to be fit for a medium-sized creature. The chest in the north of this room is open and empty.
Well, I guess they got out of here in a hurry.
The stains on that bed are upsetting.
It is from someone that does not get a lot of baths and also sleeps in the same position a lot.
Oh, like a person-shaped stain. Got it.
Yep.
Ah, it was probably another Caligny. We can't concern ourselves with it too much.
I feel you're building some level of intolerance for Caligny.
They're people who live underground, Aloise. They're dirty. They're dirty.
Is that a letter scrawled into the dirt to that passage? Or gravel, I suppose?
It does appear to be a character.
Let me see if it has anything of importance.
Is that a Z or an N?
That
Could be
is
an
the
N,
question, is it not?
And also, I'm gonna beat you with a flagpole, Caius.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
just an artifact. I don't think that's
very well.
anything in particular.
Understandable. I will simply erase it from my memory.
And it's
Might.
gone.
Yeah, it is an artifact from the original map. They originally had a compass rose there.
I see.
I see lights down there.
I see something down there.
I'm
Almost
definitely
habitable.
I'm gonna keep one eye trained on the ceiling at all times, as the amount of spooders that are here are giving at least some pause for concern.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be sure everything's okay down here. It appears to be a dead end, but I don't know what we're gonna find.
You see a large amount of pieces of deer hide, of different animals, a large pillow, in this little nest of bedrolls down here.
I'm assuming this is probably where what they did with the animals that they fed to Longfingers.
Mm. It would make sense for them to skin them to acquire the furs before feeding the rest to...
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, for my spider trap card. Hello, friend. It is I. It has been so long. Allow me to go. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
big spider.
I'm gonna. Oh.
It is
Incredible.
fine.
I do not like the video game. I do not.
It's okay. Just be sick. And now, with the spooders being visible, we shall begin the encounter. Alrighty. Let us begin with the Sickle-Fang Longlegs,
Oh yeah.
That's a name.
who goes, "Gunk, gunk. Allow me
Sounds
to
like a
show
match, bro.
everyone how this friend looks.
Oh.
I think sickle fang is an appropriate term.
I have bad news for you,
And
Faye. It is hungry.
I do love how gangly its legs are. Gangly definitely seems
Ooh.
like an appropriate term.
I would agree.
It barely misses. How sad for me. Let us go again. And miss again. That is the Sickle-Fang Longlegs' turn. Faunra, you are enfeebled and feeling like shit.
Yep. Oh shit. Okay. Well, gotta start swinging. I will. First, I'm going to do my flurry of blows on the sickle fang.
You wouldn't punch a spider in the mouth, would you?
I
My
would.
pedipleps are immune to bludgeoning damage.
Hit one.
More like miss one. Okay, that is a hit. Fuck. It's not a crit, though.
Hit punch two.
Second one misses.
That's a miss.
Yeah, second one is a miss. Even with backswing. Big set. Alright, this one will take 13 damage. It will make a DC 20 Fortitude save and critical succeed on it.
Oh my goodness, it's a high level. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
The giant long legs will go, oh, hello! I
still had one
sna-
action left.
Oh, my bad. You have one action left.
Okay.
This one's just gonna move up. I'll just... My bad.
I was going to try to retch to get rid of the second.
Okay. But... Is it automatic, or do you have to do a roll?
You have to do a roll.
It's
a
against the
fortitude save.
DC.
Okay.
Yep.
Just do it one more time.
No.
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 Bad news. You are staying the... Oh.
Give me the second back.
Yes.
I'm able to give myself the second, actually. Okay, thank you.
Spider move up, goes, hee time to bobbin and the weaving. And then we will do the biting. We bite real good.
Yeah.
We do bite real good for 11 damage on the innocent baby Faunra. Aloise, War God, how are you doing?
Good. Let's stride first.
Yeah.
Which one's next activation? I'll go over here. So it's 5, 10, 20, 25,
Yep.
35.
I think diagonals...
I'll be right back.
10
Every
for
other
every
diagonal
second
is
one.
double. Yep.
That was 35. Oh, 40
what I
feet,
want.
don't worry. I am just going to strike normally.
No.
No,
No.
no.
We roll this one.
Yes.
Yes.
What are you going to do? Punch me in me pedipleps? I have been punched
Fortunately.
in my pedipleps.
Fortunately, I do have swords.
It also hits. Okay.
Okay.
Cert. These
Yes.
spiders have come through every wall.
They certainly have, haven't they?
Oh, someone's about to get Miku beamed.
Depends on how many spell slots the party has left.
Oh, I've been cruising on economic fuel. I have plenty of blasting remaining. Given the fact that Big Spider seems highly problematic, it would be prudent of me to obliterate the one to your south, Faunra. So this one is truly going to receive a Miku beam. Just kidding.
What?
No, I'm just pranking you.
Okay.
No, I'm casting Bless, you little goobers.
Okay. You have one action left.
Unfortunately, Aloise, you are not in the Bless emoji. This is very unfortunate for you. Little I can do about it. For my swingular action remaining, I throw my spear.
Better not.
Why not?
Better not.
Why not?
Into the spider.
Yeah, I'm being mean to the spider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me sad, but okay.
Eh.
Yeah. Even with it like dodging, you just knock off one of its legs and it goes. Kind of looks at it for a second, goes, "Aw, gee willikers." Lela, many spider.
Kay said she was gonna be right back. Paying
Everything
back
okay?
up.
I'll get over it.
You
I'm gonna
Okay.
holy light the sickle fang
okay? Is
fucker.
everything okay?
Yeah,
Is it actually?
yeah.
Because you said I'll get over it. Is it actually okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. On Sickle Fang. Whip. One action left.
Guidance Faunra.
Yippee.
Are you feeling ill from what you took?
No.
Okay.
What? What happened? Okay. Spider is going to attack Faunra.
Owie.
Oh no. That's almost a
Wait a
double
minute.
critical.
That's a nat 20, baby. Hey, that's not good for your health bar.
Ow.
Panic.
Going to Bob again. That's going to do a map attack. 19 in East. Other Spoodair.
Yeah.
Spoodair sees target. Spoodair will do a bob and weave.
We're getting stick bugged really hard right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's going to hit you for 8 damage. That's going to do a map attack on you. In Miss. Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf hungers for blood. Bob and
What did we say?
weave. Bite move. Cool.
That's cringe.
Not getting rid of the sickened is unfortunate.
Just take the 11. Oop.
What does girly man look like a spider these days?
And one more bite.
The holy dice
Nice.
have spared you.
Faunra,
Hello.
how you doing?
Not well, but we're here.
Understandable.
Now, the first fucking thing I'm gonna fucking do is not be standing right where I'm standing. I'm gonna step right here.
Okay.
Hello, Sert.
Hello.
And I'm going to start punching, as I usually do.
Okay.
But by not standing where I was, I stand by this decision. Oh my fucking god. Ah.
You do have a hero point, because I gave everyone a hero point during the small break.
Yep. Oh my fucking god.
No. Calculate. Yeah, but it probably doesn't matter. Oh, it is not. Do I? Alright, you have one action left.
Oh. I'm just gonna punch again.
Okay. No. Critical miss by 20, goddamn. Giant long legs. Also take 3 bleed damage, and you get to roll a recovery check. First, it will commit puke on Aloise. It has failed to puke on Aloise. It will now stick bug. Aloise.
Let's put on the mask. We are no longer a clown.
For now. Okay. Or no.
Stands.
Dredge marshaled up.
No longer a clown.
For the moment. Okay.
What's up?
What's up? Not UK, I'm just saying K at the...
Oh, my bad. My
30.
bad.
It's okay. You're doing this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, this one. The one that hasn't taken an activation yet.
Well, it's fucking dead, Zo.
Easily. This one. I guess I'll just demoralize the big one.
And you do have Intimidating Glare, correct?
Yes. I also have the physical one. So I'm languageously demoralizing 2 different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of each of its turns as long as you're... Okay. Yeah. It is demoralized from Spooky Demon Child. Cert, you have the most injured baby on the planet in front of you.
Not if I can help it. Yeah, Sir will begin by casting a 2-action heal. Versus living. Roll healing. Receive the blessings of Sukyo, my child.
Sweet. I like having Sertium healer.
And just to really ensure that you suffer no more near-death experiences, I will also perform a lovely battle medicine upon you.
Holy shit.
Your ouchies are a thing of the past.
If you take another beating in the next 10 minutes.
Yippee.
There you go. That is all of Sertium Healer's actions.
Alright, Lela, we're back to you.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna keep it a little bit basic, and hit a fat needle darts.
Okay.
I have what, cold iron, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
You
Oh,
do have
alright,
hero
well.
points.
I'm gonna use
Seems like a good time to use one. That hits due to frightened. It takes 9
not
damage.
bad, not bad.
You have 1
And
action
then
left.
just gonna protect myself.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm going to confirm that's a great idea.
This there sees small innocent child and goes, "Oh, delicious, delicious child. I bite. I bite real good. I bite real good. And also prepare to be sticky debugged." This is all at Faunra.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Faunra. It's me, the demon
Hello.
spider. I could scoot
Hello,
over
demon.
there. However, I love the taste of your blood.
Very
Irene.
well.
It is time for the first bite. Oh no. $35 damage from Big Bite. Did it do? Oh yeah, because it's from the crit effect. Okay. Sticky bug. I think. Yeah, it's got no fucking brain cells. It's just gonna bite you one more time. No, it's fucking not. Faunra.
Reality of spider.
All
I
right.
think.
You think?
Therefore, you are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I really enjoy how many conditions you have.
I fucking don't.
Hypothetically, if we keep putting more and more conditions on Faunra, it'll just cover her entire icon.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we
Anyway,
should do
Let's be
this.
I'm going to do a flurry of blows, but I'm going to mix in a shove against Sicklefang.
Ah,
I'm
flurry
going
of
to push him
maneuvers.
away. Yeah. So I'm going to shove him
Flurry of
away.
Maneuver gamer.
I will do. This is my athletics check.
Let me see
No.
if I can find you all a lovely image.
Is it against reflex?
Fortitude.
Fortitude. That is a critical failure.
Cool. I should fucking kill myself. Anyway.
No, stop it. Bad. Try again. No being mean to Faye.
No, there's no point. I'm fucking prone because of that. I'm not petrified. Don't do that.
I'm gonna say that you start with the basic attack, though. And then you'll go prone. That you wanted to do, the flurry of blows. So, we'll say for the sake of kindness that first one is an attack. Misses, sadly, and then you go prone. Action 2, stand up.
Yep.
Apology. Okay. You have 1 action left.
I'm gonna step away.
Okay. You have stepped away. And you take 8 poison damage. Or 8 bleeding damage. I will roll the recovery check for you. Oh. The big spider down here is going to try to puke on Caius again. Oh no, wait, it can't do that. Never mind. It will bob, it will bite. It gets a 20 hit. And does a measly 7 damage to Kyber. That will do one more bite.
The guy is the person.
Yeah, to you specifically. Aloise, it is your turn. Remember this spider. I will move Daddy McDeader Spider. That way you can not have to think about that.
I'm going to start off with Intimidating Strike, I think, on this one.
Intimidating Strike on the one nearby. Okay, that does hit. Faye also gets a hero point from chat. 26 damage, and then it gets Frightened 1.
Yes.
Alrighty. And second one misses. Sertium Healer.
I will not allow charges under my care perish down here.
Heal rank 2 on the baby.
Oh, that's 3rd rank.
Oh. 46 healing to the baby.
Okay. And let's see, that spider will be going next. I will most likely become its target, as they seem to act quite simply, so I will use my 3rd action to put shield.
The wrong music. There we go, that's better. Shield. Lela, it is your turn.
Okay. I am a little worried for Cert,
Understandable.
so I'm gonna cast Forbidding Ward on Cert and the long legs after me.
War against the allies and kill spells from target enemy. The target ally gets a +1 for the... and it is against which one?
This one.
Okay.
And then... Screw it, we're gonna go full support.
that-
Cert gets some guidance.
I will let you know that that guidance will do nothing for me.
Oh, really?
It might actually. It's for saving throws as well. You can.
Yeah.
I will accept it then.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. That's fine. I will accept the blessing. Boop.
Alright. Giant Longlegs turn. It will target Cert. Bob and Weave. Bite. Miss. One more time. Miss again. Sickle Fang.
Bring it, you little shit.
Yeah, I'll have it attack Cert, because that's funnier. Bob, bite. Lucky number 7.
Oh,
Just barely hits. And Sertium Healer, you take a measly 15 damage.
Or do I, as I will use my shield cantrip's shield block to mitigate the harm.
Okay.
Taking only 5.
5 and the bleed. And that's all 3 of its actions. Faunra, it is your turn again.
All right. Let's just fucking hit him. All right. That's what we know how to do. What's what we'll do.
You can get flanking quite easily, too.
I'm not trying to put myself into more danger.
Okay. I will say it's only the Sickle Fang that's the big scary one. The other two long legs you guys fought on the last floor. As a miss, due to its bobbing and
Right.
weaving. If you want, I will let you, like, redo and just move behind it if you prefer.
No.
Okay. Alright,
No.
you, assuming that was
I'm
not
gonna
part
try
of a
another
flurry.
shove again.
Shove? Okay.
It was.
Okay. Try to shove. 14. 26. That does work. It's just a success. I mean, it moves 5.
It'll move 10 feet. But I can only move 5, so yes.
Do you just want to move it, like, directly? Or somewhere else?
Yeah, just move it directly.
You have, 2 actions left.
Alright, I'm gonna retch.
DC 20 Fortitude save?
DC 20 Fortitude save. Okay.
Yep, just roll Fortitude. No. You do have a hero point, by the way. Chat gave you one.
Okay. Am I allowed to do that again in this turn, or just no?
Bones?
Yes, only so long as you don't critically fail.
Yep, you can try again.
Okay. We'll hero point the result of this if it doesn't work out.
It works. You are no longer
Cool.
sick. Enfeebled will wear off after 10 minutes outside of this combat, by the way. So enough time for 1 or 2 people to get band-aided.
Very well.
But you puked out twice, which means that it is the Longleg's turn. You do take your 6 bleeding damage, and you do get to roll the recovery check. And you have finally recovered. You are no longer dying. Caius.
For now.
Spider bite. Critical spider bite. For 14 damage, loser.
Ow.
It's not a nice spider.
Bobbing and weaving, and then biting again. No. Aloise, it is your turn.
Bonk. Counter crit. Not a counter crit.
That has given you another hero point back.
Or why?
I don't know. They just gave you a hero
Other
point.
than the fact those rolls were dog ass.
That also hits. It gives it a nice 28.
I saw them.
dude.
I saw how the D10's next to the D20 and thought Caius was really good D20 for damage. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Which one are you
I'll
doing?
demoralize this one.
Yeah.
The one that I can.
Yep. 21 does get frightened. This one I forgot to do the 1d4 mental damage. I will do that now. Why did it do +2? Oh, Dread Marshal. Interesting. I'll also do it for this one, just so I do not forget. That. Okay. Sertium Healer, it is your turn. You are bleeding. We are down to 2 Spudair.
It is but a minor wound in the grand scheme of things. Yes. The creatures... Aloise is in a rough position. And I would hate... I'm more or less gambling on whether or not the giant spider will want to attack her.
Been, kind of just going after whatever's nearby.
Yes. You know what? We're probably going to have to pull out of the caverns after this, so I was saving the Miku beam, but I believe it is time. I want to try to deal with the problem accordingly.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
It's time for the moments you've
It's
been
time
waiting
the
for.
moment. The Miku beam.
1, 2,
2.
3. Ready? Miku Miku Pete!
There is
But he's gonna
nothing,
be-
nothing more kismet than dirt rolling a nat 1 on that. Alright, roll damage.
Yep. Spoinkery.
17 damage.
Lovely, badly injured. That's not near death, though. Spear throw would not do anything to avail it of its life force, but if I can do anything to hold it off at bay, I need to do so. Unfortunately, that was an attack roll, so...
Bones, you also get a hero point back from chat.
Oh, how delightful of them. Thank you. I will add that on.
I already did.
Excellent.
I
Oh.
basically give you guys the point as I say it.
Oh, I see. Understandable then. At that rate, then that leaves me with... I was hoping for a better roll on that. Nevertheless, with my singular action remaining,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to do this, but I will step here, here. I will end my turn here.
Lela. Sir,
Yo.
don't forget you're bleeding.
Yep.
Lela, what would you like to do? There is injured big Spudere nearby you, and then there is less injured tinier Spudere by you. What would you like to do, dear?
I don't like the big one.
Most of the party has not liked it.
I think it needs to die.
I wish you the best of luck killing it.
Please kill it.
That does hit. That does 9 damage to it.
Okay.
You have 1 action left.
I am going to... Oh shoot, I can't do that. Okay, hang on. Sorry.
Okay.
I can't think of what to do for one action.
You can always recall knowledge. Always something to do. You do have a 1 action heal that you could heal Faunra with.
I don't think I need that at the moment.
Yeah.
Not much you can do with 1 action. You do have lay on hands you can heal Faunra with.
Yeah, I'm saving them.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think Fauna really needs it.
Not at the moment. But I've needed healed fucking twice so far. Actually, 3
Yeah, I'll
ice.
just
So yeah, just
recall
hold on. to it for now.
knowledge. Just like, what are these things? Do I know of these things? Do I know what they're weak to?
You do know that they are variations of the long legs you previously fought. I will need a nature check.
Okay. All right.
No.
Ripley, are you so proud of us using the recall knowledge action?
Yes. Unfortunately,
Your mother.
it's supposed to be a blind
Yeah.
roll, but I'm just going to say
Oh,
that
my bad.
seeing Faunra almost die 2 times in this one encounter is making you go a bit, what the fuck is going on? Giant Longleg's turn. Hello, Sertium healer. It is I, your spider nephew. I do the
Understandable.
bobbing and weaving and then the biting. Just like Grandma used to make with a miss.
Very Zoidberg vibes.
Big spider comes down here, goes, oh, hello. It is you, the innocent child that has been left to attack all of my children. I hunger. And it gets a 24 to hit against Aloise.
Uh-oh.
For a measly 23 damage.
Jesus
Uh-oh.
Christ.
Danger.
And it is going to bob in your face. Faunra, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stride over here to help.
Okay.
Aloise. First thing I'm going to do is, well, I think actually we both know what's happening. I'm gonna beat it up.
I believe in you.
Or I'm gonna attempt to beat it up, rather. Fucking finally, Jesus Christ.
That indeed hits.
We'll take it.
That one does not hit.
We will take what we're getting.
That does hit.
Holy...
How do you want to do this?
I'ma just start kicking it, kicking its legs.
You just knock it out one, bit of the leg at a time until it eventually falls, and you slam its head with your foot against the brick wall.
Yes.
Alright. You have one action left.
Excellent. I'm going to go after this spider now.
Okay.
And I can't do anything after that.
Alright.
You have griefed.
Aloise, it is your turn.
But it is now off guard for you.
I'm useless.
Yeah, but you're cool.
Faunra, Hoga, having the healer, or having the fucking weird mage do flanking for them. That indeed hits.
You look how well the flanking hat worked.
Is scared
It
now.
only affects me and you, not Aloise.
That misses.
I know.
You
I realized my mistake
do have
after.
a hero point, Caius.
No. Yeah. This is it.
Based.
Okay, take your 1 damage and then also roll your recovery. Okay. Take your 1 damage, Caius, don't forget. Alrighty, Sert. You have a near-death spider in front of you.
Yes, I do suppose it would behoove me to deal with that before I immediately rush to Aloise's aid. Can this spider make me a fortitude saving throw?
It can try. It can fail.
Excellent. It will take this much void damage.
It's taken a trip to the boneyard. You have defeated my Spuder encounter!
I think we're all in agreement that we should stop it going further.
Yes. I have 1 more heal and cannot battle medicine either Aloise or Faunra.
I can treat wounds somebody.
I can handle the treat wounds.
Okay. I mean, I have a heal spell, but I would really like to rest if I cast this.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to town.
Yes,
After
this is
Band-aids
quite
for the way
literally
back.
yeah, it's literally just band-aids for the way back.
Should go to everybody.
Yeah, you're
I think
doing
it
the
was right.
AoE heal. Cert,
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
assuming you're doing big heal on Eloise.
Yep, the treat wounds was for Aloise.
Okay.
Dankeschön, mother.
And then before that, let me just give Aloise a 2 heal real quick. She needs it the most.
Okay.
There we are. Everyone's topped off. Are we returning to town for now?
I'm at
We will.
69 HP.
Alrighty.
Yeah, assuming
After
nothing will cost us on the way out back.
nothing accosts you on the way back. And as you all approach the cathedral, you see Puddle kind of like flying around outside with a letter in its mouth.
Hi, buddy. What do you have there?
Has a letter. It kind of plays keep away with the letter for a bit, where Xanthus comes around and goes, "Oh, I thought it was a hallucination. That's an actual thing. Alright, cool. It took my letter and... Great. Lovely."
Oh, sorry, Xanthus. Just give me a moment. Lela runs inside, and she comes back out with the metal pipe. Puddle, you want it? Drop it.
Puddle
Drop
drops
it.
it and just flies over to the metal pipe, licking it and biting at it.
Here you go, Xanthus. Sorry about that.
He goes, "It's all right. And he opens the letter and his entire face goes pale. Oh, that's not good. You all seem injured for now. Come. This is something I'm going to have to deal with tomorrow.
Xanthus, what's going on?
What's the matter?
You all had a long day. You went to the pit, presumably did some wonderful adventuring, and for the moment, I am not going to bother you with problems that were caused by me.
Very well. Well, while
It's going to stay on my mind, so I feel bothered enough already. Might as well.
since I can
Tell us
believe,
now.
since I will respect that you don't want to speak about it, at Mr. Xanthus. However, I do need to stress you out about one other thing that we've learned.
And that would be...
The Sandpoint Devil is real.
And it
He
seems to be garnishing worshippers.
regrettably, there was a part of my mind that had a feeling something like this might happen. Did you figure out anything beyond that? Or just...
Nothing too substantial. We were driven back by the denizens of the pit before things truly turned ugly.
We do know it does, however, exist in the pit,
Well, that's good to know.
roaming on
at
its second
least.
floor, or so I believe.
Well, this is a lot of information to think on. You all take a rest and we'll talk about everything that's happening over breakfast. I'll make scones, muffins, everything that we would need.
Of course.
But everyone has a moment to do a rest. You can just go to your character sheet, do a little bed button, restore all your gubbins. Bones.
Yes.
Pick another player character.
Incredible. Via the power of gambling, this will be done.
We're here to roll dice.
We are here to roll dice.
The dice are not nice sometimes.
Incredible. It's Lela.
Hi.
Hi, Lela.
Hey.
Guess who's having a nightmare?
Ah!
Lela. Compared to the other party members, there is a lot less known about you. What is the first thing you see in this nightmare?
A fire.
A fire. What caused the fire?
Some sort of monster.
Lela, when you were a young girl living with your father within Sandpoint or the areas around, maybe it's the repeated mentions of this creature. Maybe it's something else. Hard to say. But you get to see something no one else gets to see.
Ooh.
Bones, is there a way I can just show one player something?
Off the top of my head, I do not recall.
Alright, well,
You could just DM. You could just snipping tool and DM it.
that's what I'll do then. You actually have encountered the Sandpoint Devil before. When you were a young girl. I'm actually gonna let you make a decision. Won't affect the present. Yes, the Sandpoint Devil is literally Pathfinder's original OC, the Jersey Devil Do Not Steal. I'll just show everyone, just because, like, There is no way I can explain it other than original OC do not steal.
This thing's fucked up.
Yeah.
That horse
fucked
is
up
metal
horse.
as fuck.
Quite intimidating.
So Lela, I will
Mhm.
let you make a decision related to Faunra's father.
Oh shit.
As you are a cathedral child, one of the many options is just spending a lot of time at the cathedral, but the Sandpoint Cathedral also functions as an orphanage. So allow me to ask you, is the fire within Lela's nightmares the same one that killed her father, or did it just injure him?
Yeah, killed him.
Alright.
Huh?
You see this demon's face burning the wooden sailor's hut that your father and you lived in. You survived. Maybe it was because of a passing rain cloud, maybe it was luck. But ever since that day, the other half of you, your mother, a person that your father rarely spoke of in extremes, began to came out. One of your eyes changed color. At the time, for being as young as you were, you thought it was normal. It wasn't. A few years later, a shock of your hair changed color. This too, thought to be normal, but not. And you wake up. Puddle is there, sitting at the foot of your bed, kind of like placed a piece of metal to its side and just trying to like pat your face, trying to make sure you're okay. At the windowsill, you see a red butterfly before it flies off. How does Lela go through the rest of her morning before going to breakfast with the rest of the party?
Kind of like very disassociated, little stunned, speechless. You know, feeds Puddle some metal, gets up, gets dressed, and walks to breakfast, and as soon as she sees everyone else, just puts on a face that everything is fine.
And I'm going to ask you one more question before we go to the next scene. Does Lela look at her reflection in the mirror before she goes down?
Sure.
All right. You see a woman much older than you, her hair grayish purple, almost fading. She places a hand on the mirror, looking at you for a long moment, before she says, "Your father is proud of you. I'm sorry I can't be." Or it fades back into your... And one last question before we do breakfast for the party. Xanthus has made Lela's favorite breakfast item. What is it?
Waffles.
Xanthus has made a lot of just chocolate, blueberry, mixed berry, like very seasonal waffle flavors. One of his friends is a tinkerer and made him a special waffle iron that makes them in the shapes of little hearts, and also the different religious icons of Sandpoint. And Cert, just for you, he tried to make like one that's kind of looking like Tsukio's symbol, but it's just kind of like making a two-tone waffle type thing, where it's like,
Yeah.
where like one part he kind of is artificially making it because he has like a circle waffle maker, but he Funny you picked that. It's a fucking crescent moon. It's just like, alright, it's
No,
two
no, no. I
times.
mean, funny that she picked waffles when cooperative waffles are literally an alchemical food item.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Alright, yeah. I mean, almost everything's an alchemical food item at the end of the day. But yeah, you
I was gonna like. I said waffles. I'm like, I don't even know if that exists in this world. I'm really happy.
There
You feel
is...
so vindicated.
Bones, can you pull up the cake?
The cake.
The alchemical cake. I can't remember the full
Oh,
name.
the impossible cake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure. I'll
it's-
post the impossible cake.
Yeah, like, there's alchemical items for everything, and all of them are, like, shit posts.
Don't worry. There's also the best item in the game, hands down. Where is it? Oh yeah, the best item in the game. I gotta add it to my inventory real quick. The mithril waffle iron.
Yo.
335 GP, but it's
I know what I'm saving up
non-stick.
for.
It's non-stick. Perfect.
Sheesh.
But yeah,
Got that Teflon.
you all have a wonderful breakfast. Additionally, I'm going to talk to Sert and Lela after this session about some fun bonuses both of you are going to be getting. And the other two will be getting them after they have their nightmares. Woo! But Xanthus, once everyone has had their fill, places the letter on the table and goes, "This is a emergency meeting by Mayor Deverin tonight. It is thankfully a public meeting, with a multitude of concerned citizens, and as I am one of the members of the council, I have the predicament of both being the target of this and also one of the people residing over it. The only agenda item is a discussion about whether or not Abstelar Xanthus has put Sandpoint at risk by contacting the spirit of one of the town's most notorious enemies."
This is, quite frankly, preposterous.
I agree wholeheartedly. As you all remember, Nualia was one of the people that caused goblin raids onto the city of Sandpoint and the problems therein. And as we all know, albeit the citizens do not know, he is not a, bad person at the end of the day. Misled is
No.
probably the terminology I would use. But
Life was a tragic one.
indeed, if any of you, change it to dawn, don't worry about this, it's fine. If any of you, seek to go adventuring today, I understand completely. I just hope that you all can return before the end of the night as to assist with this.
Of course. Oh, this is absurd behavior. I would hate to leave knowing that something could befall the church. Especially considering the grievousness they seem to have put in the tone. The superstitions of Sandpoint are truly unfortunate.
Indeed. What I do know is that with you all's assistance, it should be somewhat easier to deal with the majority of this situation. However, that of course means that you all will have to explain the situation. I will be able to give a reasoning behind the ritual, but it is difficult to explain to the people of town how all of the ritual works without at least one of them insinuating a devil worshipper or something. Many of the people in town are not familiar with the magical powers. Lela, that is one of the reasons why we made sure to take you in with the orphanage to give you additional care. Primarily so that if anyone saw your magical powers, they would know it is you were born with, not something that you worshipped the devil for, I suppose. Yes, Faunra?
The Sandpoint we know the Sandpoint Devil is imminent, and these people are still worried about a spirit.
To be fair, outside of information you gave me last night, the Sandpoint Devil is still just a rumor within town.
I just can't feel very... just can't feel very excited to be speaking to people when I know there's much worse things than Nualia.
That is regrettably the curse of an adventurer. If I told you all half of the things that I saw when I was younger, you all wouldn't believe that I was standing here.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
Indeed. Only so many dragons that you can meet before people start wondering if you have sired any. And he gives like a cocky grin and does not elaborate on that statement whatsoever.
Okay.
Have you?
Have I what?
Oh, nothing. Thank you for the waffles.
Of course, dear.
And Leela's gonna be imagining that all day.
Great. Now I have two forms of PTSD.
How so?
That was my inner monologue.
Oh. What's the... So one is just, my dad got murdered by the Sandpoint Devil. Is the second one, my adoptive dad fucked a dragon? Question mark?
Yeah.
I cannot imagine your hands would be big enough to hold the dragons.
Oh, do not worry. The hands are not as important as you would imagine.
Faunra's just putting down her fork, just...
It is quite interesting to be be talking out of my ass about things that I did in this adventure. It reminds me of the good old days.
Maybe when this is over, we can share stories.
Maybe. Also, Faunra, are you sure you're going to be able to go about town at your normal amounts? There were a large amount of spider bites on you. I think that they're mostly disinfected and healed, but if you need someone to go with you in town, I can have one of the acolytes go with you in case you get injured or if there's a relapse or anything.
I'll accept it, but I believe that Sertium is more than capable. Has proven more than capable.
Yeah, he was gonna do the sign of like, you can take your hands off your ears now, sir. I'm done fucking around with the kids. And he goes, well, if you change your mind, there have been several acolytes that have found Sert's teachings related to healing useful, and they will be happy to walk you around town, making sure that nothing is going poorly. But, assuming that you don't want to go back to the pit, I suppose the day is yours, and you should come back to the, well, I suppose towards the, town hall, once evening hits.
Personally, Abstelar, we helped you with Nualia. I feel a little invested if I left you. I feel a little upset if I left you here to deal with this yourself.
I understand, and I frankly ashamed that I am putting you all in this position.
No, you needn't feel shame for this. We all chose and agreed to help with this. The ramifications of it, naturally, we should also bear the burden of.
Well, in that case, I will be waiting here until evening. And he starts cleaning up everyone's food, assuming that they're done. And you all have a day to yourselves. And depending on if you guys want to act out anything during the day, we can either do that for the rest of session or do the evening event, and we can do shopping and such off-screen.
Yeah. I was definitely going to go through the valuables we had and obliterate things for money.
I give you the full capability of doing so.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Faunra wants to do anything in particular.
Okay.
Aloise is, of course, just going to keep Puddles well fed.
Puddles is
Keep a
just
healthy snack.
obliterating every single piece of metal that you provide it.
That's good.
I actually like to imagine Faunra was chilling, sitting around waiting, just sees that as like, does it shit? Does it shit?
Faunra, it looks you in the eyes, tilts its head, and goes, "Your father would be disappointed that you only punch things," and then goes back to eating. No one else hears this.
Has Puddle only talked to Faunra sorry,
Faunra and
Eloise so
Aloise.
far?
Faunra and Aloise. It also mentions something to you, Lela. But I think
Oh
that's
right,
it.
but I pretended not to notice.
Yeah. So it is talk to everyone in a way that's like one-on-one contact. Yeah, it's just a little guy.
Oh yeah, he's my little man. Give him little scritches on his noggin, right
Sure.
between the eyes.
It's like kicking its foot, like you're hitting that perfect spot on the dog.
Little Puddle.
That ghost touch rune is special.
Oh, it's special?
Yes.
Okay. So it cannot be peeled off the weapon. Got
No,
it.
it can be peeled off. I'm just informing you that it is special.
Is there something I need to do then to investigate that? Or is it simply, it's just quirked up?
It is quirked up. Basically, it does not take a genius to realize that the short sword is cursed. The curse is on the ghost touch rune.
Ah.
You do not know what the curse does.
Yeah, I knew the Jinkin had fucked with it somehow, but it would be hard pressed to test the many ways that the curse would have to manifest outside of simply holding it in my hand and if I feel funny. But that is a very rash course of action that I'm not willing to take. Okay, I will not worry about the ghost touch sword right now then.
Okay.
In terms of like selling it or worrying about the rune.
I mean,
while
you
go
can
about
sell it. I am gonna like dock its cost, especially if you don't know what the curse is, because you're basically handing it to a guy and going, "Hey, you want this cursed piece of crap?"
Yeah.
And he's like, all right. He's like,
Yeah, I'll just say we get like not even half, like what, third, so like 30 gold because it's worth 110.
Let me double check.
Okay. In the meantime, I will continue.
But if there's any specific scenes people want, does this work? Yeah, it does. Yeah, you would get 27 gold for it.
Excellent. Thank you.
I will also tell you all, before you get rid of it, I will tell you what the curse is, because I find it funny.
Understand.
It is a ghost touch short sword. It also has the Rakkus curse on it, which basically means whenever you use it, you must loudly yell what you are attempting to do with it.
Readable.
It is literally a short sword that you cannot use to stealth.
Yeah, I'm about to stab you!
Yeah, basically. It's also very funny how most of the weapons you guys are finding are short swords. I will definitely be tweaking those later, but
It's just a very common weapon type.
fair enough.
35. These. Delicious.
Yummy.
Yummers. Oh, right, I had forgotten I had that. Ah, that's fine. Oh, no, it was not I didn't need to use that. I didn't forget. Okay.
So, just for vibe checkies, one, assuming we want to continue, I'll give everyone a... Sir, you good?
Hmm?
Did you
What's
mean did you mean to use that, or was that just an easy way to get it out of the inventory?
Delicious.
Okay. Fair enough. I have no idea how one of those would even fucking work on the Samsaran, so we're just not gonna worry about that.
What do you mean?
Turns out Cert's been engaging in that for years. Just didn't realize what they were doing, or what they were
Sir,
imbibing.
just unironically using elixirs of gender transformation to just be perfectly neutral.
Yes, actually, deadass.
But how's everyone feeling? Do you guys want to do like another 30 minutes to finish this side thing?
I'm up for it personally.
We got one yes?
I think 30 minutes would be perfect, personally.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm imagining it'll be 30 minutes. It mostly depends. But yeah.
How do you feel, Kay?
I'm
Double
with the majority.
Okay.
Double checking real quick. What was the settlement level of Sandpoint? Level 5 or level 4?
I believe it is level 4.
Level 4? Okay.
I can probably check on this map. Probably in the book here. Settlement 4, yes.
Perfect. Okay. I will skim what goods we can purchase with our newly found funds in the meantime.
While you do that, I will begin this, and I will skip some of the stuff, or like paraphrase some parts. But the Abstelar basically points you all to a spot to sit within the town hall so you all can function as guest speakers. Multiple different people within town are giving you guys curious, admiring, or suspicious glances. It begins with Mayor Deverin. I do have a picture for her if you all would like to see her.
Yeah. I want to see all my NPCs.
This is her.
She looks
Damn.
mean.
She does look nasty. Kind of like an old, map sheet.
She's, if memory serves, she survived Rise of the Rune Lords. Like,
Oh, she's seen some
survived.
shit.
Yeah. See if there's actually a journal entry. I imagine that there is. There is. Here we are. Not that. Here we go. She begins to speak of the situation, getting most of the town informed about everything. There is a perception check to sense motive on her. Alright. As she begins to sort of go through all of the information, kind of rote almost in a way of, this is what was handed to me, this is what I have to go through. Faunra, you recognize that she is very annoyed at having to do this. primarily because she has a respect for Abstelar. Abstelar, even with the cat calls and guffaws from the crowd, including one that says, "You fucked my dragon wife!" He insists that he has no plans to tell the people of town what Nualia said, and that other dangers still exist. Many of the people within there are kind of staying quiet at this, and he says, if it wasn't for these adventurers, the ritual would have never succeeded in the first place. I am not putting the blame on them, but you need to understand that this was only a danger to myself and to my associate. Not a danger to anyone in town. The dead would never have caused any harm. One of them says, what about the ghouls? And he says, yes, excluding the ghouls. And each character will have a chance to speak. Who would like to go first?
Who would like to go first, indeed? I have no idea what I'd say.
I have no idea.
Okay.
You know what? I know what I'll say.
All right, what are you going to say?
So, I'm here speaking on his behalf.
Speaking on his behalf, guest speaker, basically like telling the people of town, yeah, nothing bad's going to happen. You're working with Abstelar to make him not get destroyed.
I was one of the adventurers that assisted Abstelar Xantus with this ritual. What he says is true. There indeed was no danger to Sandpoint with this. And it should be noted, I've come with everything I've come to know about Abstelar up to now has been about he's a measured, very wise man, and that he's seen more things than even we could have ever known. I believe that he has the wisdom and experience to have known and calculated the risk. And he did so very accurately.
Okay. I'm just letting you do intimidate. There's 3 different checks. Intimidation's the only one you're trained in. So I'm giving you the best chance you have. Alright. That is a success. Who would like to go next? Not all at once now.
I promise you, with the cast assembled that night, between us 4, Zen, Abstelar, and Adrani, there was never any danger.
That is a success.
I imagine she's just really fucking scary, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's taking it easy. He was like, Abstelar is wise, and we were in no danger. So like, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! Saying absolutely innocuous things, yet it's the most terrifying thing everybody's ever seen.
That leaves Sert and Lela.
What were the checks that we can perform?
Deception, diplomacy, intimidation. Rep. 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 I do also require... This is one of those things that I've found is just a running theme with Sandpoint. If you guys say or do not say certain things, it can influence the rolls.
I see.
So I'm basically keeping like a mental track. It says like, if they talk about this, this, or this, the crowd is going, what the fuck? And decreases the check by -1.
Yeah, I'm just going to state that I'm going to completely abstain from this, as I am not trained in any of those skills.
You don't want to at least try to speak on his behalf?
I should mention, there is no downside for failure. It is basically just like how many successes for the group.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. How would I go about this then? I suppose I would go with a diplomacy approach. and simply broach. Cert would go something along the lines of, my good people of Sandpoint, no lingering harm, no malicious intent was to be had from this affair. Simply putting proper last rites in place. Everyone deserves to be judged fairly in the boneyard. Do they not?
Yeah, that'll still be normal.
That's fine.
Okay, roll.
I just was thinking on how Cert would word it. Shaboingery.
Shabloingery.
Incredible.
That's
The expected
fine.
outcome.
It more so matters if, like, you succeeded.
I know.
Lela, what do you want to say to the
Okay.
party?
Probably diplomacy.
Okay.
You all understand and know Xanthus, and his love for Sandpoint runs deep. He would never do anything to knowingly harm the community, and he is trained enough in these matters to understand that this is only beneficial to the community. There was never any danger to ourselves or you all. We were providing somebody with their final rest. And I hope that you can understand the years of service Xanthus has given to this community and know that he only has Sandpoint's best intentions in heart.
Alright, slap that diplomacy button.
Yay!
Nice. Most of the audience is appeased and relieved. You hear... Well, Aloise, you kinda see that a lot of the members within the crowd that are part of the Scarnettis are having a bit of a tizzy. Titus Scarnetti. Here is he. Raises his hand, and Kendra gives him the floor. He stands up and goes, members of Sandpoint, I am sure all of us, at least those who, he quickly looks over the adventuring party, were there during the assault of the goblins and of Nuelia's members, of what we lost. We gained little, we survived. And even were it not for the adventuring group before, or the witch that gave her life for the town, or the orc soldier that never stopped, or the healer that saved so many lives at the cost of their own, or even the one that many of us were against, because he said I'm not going to repeat it, but everyone is aware that it was the number 50. Even the best adventuring parties can cause harm. We have seen minimal of this. We have seen Miss Faunra asking so many questions about people in town that the town guard have a specific designation for a Faunra incident. We have a woman from a land that we barely know who came here with a weapon on her side and speaks very little. The two from the church, arguably, we know the most about, but one of them is from a completely different country, and the other, a changeling. I'm not trying to use this against her, but we need to be aware that even if we look at this Abstelar's dogs, there's no guarantee that they will do anything. What happens the next time someone tries their own hand at this magic? I appreciate everything that Abstelar has done for this town. I will never stand here and say that the previous church leader was a good man. Abstelar is great, but at the very least, for the amount of disruption that he has caused in town, is it worth it to keep him in his position? At bare minimum, there at least needs to be some financial recompense for what he has done. Kendra tries to speak up before Absalar goes, "Oh, very well." Titus stands aback and says, as Absalar says, "Well, I apologize for using the town's trust like that, and I am happy to donate time, my healing abilities, my resources, my funds for helping. Well, I do remember that the farm road south of town, these are also the same roads that you all took to the pit, were a massive problem for a majority of people trying to get there, along with the travel therein, so I'm happy of spending more of my money related to my previous career on that, if you all are. Many of the town goers, although surprised at this, are happy to start cheering for him." Abstalar gives a wink at Sert and Lela, almost as though he's going, "Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen." You guys get 1 reputation for Sandpoint Cathedral, and -1 for the Scarnetti Sortium.
Fuck up that Scarnetti.
The Scarnetti is like the hardest one to actually like get points for, by the way, so don't...
Oh, no. I don't think I want points. I don't like him.
Understandable. Most of them are gross.
He's like, yeah, this one's a changeling, not trying to use that against him, but they're a fucking changeling, and this other one's blue.
Orc troublemaker, terrifying giant woman, blue man from another country, changeling. Like,
Fairly small.
Racist.
he's not... So, I should also mention, and this is text, this is not subtext. Titus here was against one of his sons, dating another guy in the original, story of Rise of the Rune Lords. This is not subtext, this is text. So I am not going to sit here on anything and say, "Oh, he's a good person." He's not a great person, but I think that he is trying to do what he thinks is good for the town. Is anything that he's saying right?
Stinky.
Fuck no.
Stinky man.
Yeah.
Fire.
He believes what he's saying is correct.
Yes. Kendra does ask you all, the air quotes Sandpoint survivors, and Absalar to remain for a bit. And she sighs and says, "Absalar, you do know that it's not going to be cheap to do that." And Absalar is like, "It's fine. I would prefer that being done than nothing. Alright? Fine." Titus isn't going to be satisfied with this. He has an agenda, you know this. Absalar's like, "It's fine." But she says, "And you all, you did fine. Obviously it could have been better. I don't think anyone really, I don't know if enjoyed is the term, but noticed Sert as much, but it felt as though you were trying to, like, keep a step away from everything. But, since you have been involved in a scandal already, and there might be another, what are you all planning on doing next?" Absalar told me there was ruins below the cathedral, catacombs or something.
Yes, it seems some old part of the country before Sandpoint even truly laid down its roots here lie at the foundations. Almost ironic, if you think about it, but those have been dealt with for the most part. Some investigation, if we can find the records of it here and there, piece together what truly they might have held. Hard to come by, but not impossible. But no, I think our gaze lies southeast to the pit. The warning we received was dire, and the troubles we have seen there are very real.
Kendra blinks a few times and goes, "I'm sorry, did you say the pit?"
Yes, with a capital P.
Image in Sandpoint of her face. She goes, "The pit? It's far from a safely conducted ritual on hallowed grounds.
Correct.
Right, Abstalar?" And Abstalar goes, "Oh, look at the time! Oh, I've got to be going. I've got to water puddle." She blinks.
Easy nods.
She blinks a few times and goes, Well, you all stay safe.
We have been, and we will continue to do so. We're
Wonderful.
taking a measured approach to ensure that nothing reaches the borders of Sandpoint.
I shall hope so. And with that, we will end our session for today.